to tell you the story of these lands. What was of these lands so many sunsets ago. Right to our left stood a tower so tall it dominated the sun, and walls so strong they were told to be unbreakable. They were unbreakable. They were unbreakable until the land was broken by one afternoon. Yes, I was there myself. My entire family watched from the top of that tower. But I fought. I fought so hard that I was gifted life. I didn't earn life. I didn't win it myself. I was gifted life from one man who dominated the crowds. Allow me to supply you with some context. There's an event we like to call what would have been the Trojan War. The entirety of Greece fought in this land against where used to stand the Trojans. Many of you young children have heard of the Trojans. Yes, most of your parents, if you are orphans living in this building or on these lands, many of your parents were Trojans or Greeks. Now the Trojan walls, as I told you, were impeccable. They were not to be broken down. They had a tower that dominated over the sun. That's not what they tell you in your classes nowadays, but I was there, and it was that tall. Allow me to inform you that the Greeks struggled to break down our walls and to tear down our towers. So one day they came up with a plan. They shoved themselves into this horse, thinking we would fall for their weary tricks. No. The Trojans were smart. If you're smart enough to build a tower that tall, you're smart enough not to fall for that. So we tore all of those soldiers in half, but we let 5 of them go. Regardless, that brought us to that afternoon. They tried another attack, straight on to go to the walls. They knew they couldn't do it, but they had no other option. So that is what went down. Even one soldier broke into the walls of Troy to tear down the statue of Athena. Now this angered the gods, children, which might supply some context to what happens later. But the context for what I'm about to tell you is that the Greeks were attacking the Trojan walls. It was a very big standoff. Archers on the towers, soldiers on the ground. They had been in a standoff with very little combat for 2 hours. Which brings us to this moment. There's nothing we can do to defeat them. I understand that. But we haven't a choice. Look, the gods are angry with us. You can try to sail home, but you'll need a crew, and we won't be coming with you. I am not sailing into the waters with angered gods. The only way we can regain their trust, even if it is a possibility, is to take down those Trojans. And I understand that as well, but we have no chance to take down those Trojan soldiers. There's too many of them. They're right by home. The minute they start losing, they will grab beggars and fighters off of the street to come fight us. We will never win. They have archers. We're too close to their walls. They will shoot us down. As a matter of fact, you saw that soldier over there get taken down. This is not a fight we can win. But it's also not a fight we can lose. Look, there's nothing we can do here. We will not make it home. So, we'll just have to kill as many Trojans as we can. Hope for something good. Alas, we will fight. You're going to regret this decision. There are ways home. But I'll fight with you. You're correct. I cannot make it home without a crew. Now, what and where did that storm come from? And what is that thing falling from the sky? Hear ye, Trojans. This war is ours. We have the victory right to us. They come, their entire army, straight at us. You know, we could beat them already. But sometimes it's better to let your opponent show you their attack before you try to figure it out. Now we will stand back and force them to come closer to us and in range of these babies. And we will take this down. Is anybody else taking note? The odd formations in the clouds. And what is that falling from the sky? You all out there, what is the meaning of this meeting? Why must you stand and dishonor the art of war by just staring at each other all day? Does anybody want to fight? You guys have angered the gods. You Trojans failed to protect the beloved statue of Athena. And the Greeks know what they did. They did the crime itself. But you've also dishonored the art of war. That failed attempt with the horse, dishonoring a peace, symbol of peace, just a fail. You must hate the gods. Which is why I come straight from Olympus, with a blade formed by the bolts of Zeus himself. I come here to show you what happens when you dishonor the gods. I won't destroy your route home or make it impossible for you to traverse the sea. You'll see what I'll do in a second.
Ah! What did he do?
Now you saw what happened to 30 men on both sides. And I could have done it to much more. I think you assumed and understood that, yes. I would hope so. You're smart people. Or so you say you are. Now you might notice that I come here with no armor, just a blade, and also no clothes. Which is why this instant, somebody, I don't care which side it is, will send me garments, will come wash my feet, and maybe even send me some armor. This instant. Now that your lovely servants have welcomed me and clothed me, we may fight. Now, to make it fair, and just to have a little fun, I've decided to not use any tricks, just my blade and combat. If you choose not to fight, I kill you like I killed those 30 on each side. Now I've taken down every single one of you. Every one of you. Except for 30 of you. So I guess it wasn't every last one of you, was it? You know why I left the 30 of you? Because you 30, well, you certainly didn't kill me. You still attacked and avoided death. Which means you 30 are the honorable 30. Hello, Odysseus. Regardless, I will kill you If you decide not to help me, tear down this entire city. We will burn it to the ground. This arrow I set flames to. Everybody, I advise you do the same. Send them into the Trojan walls to burn the place down forever. So, orphans, that is the story of how this place went from the greatest city on the planet to a ruin, an orphanage, a desert. We are still unsure today which god that could have been. One of the first recorded sightings of a god that we were unsure of whether it was Zeus, Ares, anybody really. But what we do know is that he came from Olympus. Came from Olympus. He spared those 30 soldiers that day, minus one, who refused to burn down his city. I was one of those 29 soldiers that survived. It wasn't easy burning this place to the ground, but it's the only way we could live to tell the story of it.